Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. I'm Clay Emo. I'm at Canuck Clay on Twitter. I'm at Clayton Emo on Instagram. I'm the founder of the GLCBC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club, and this is my Canucks take, all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary live on YouTube. Do this twice a week. Usually the bigger one is on Sunday, and then the kind of smaller size one, the mini size one, is during the middle of the week. And it's too bad, actually. I just started doing this twice a week, once basically as soon as the season got called off, or at least postponed, hopefully not cut off. But it's still a wonderful chance to connect with all of you and to say hi and to make you, to let you know that I'm still alive, and I want to know that you are still alive as well. I have a feeling this one's gonna be a little smaller, maybe because it's midweek, maybe because there's still less and less going on. So I typed a prompting question in there, and I'll get to that in a second. I probably not even use my full 5 minutes, and then we will go from there. So once again, reminder, I do these twice a week. I invite you to press the thumbs up, the like button if you like to do. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't subscribed already, but I'm sure you are. That's why you are here tonight. And yes, twice a week to talk. Man, if the Canucks were playing, I would be excited and be talking about the Canucks playing and Canucks battling for a playoff spot. They were supposed to play the San Jose Sharks tonight, but obviously that's not the case. And we heard today in the NHL that they've postponed the scouting combine that happens the first week of June, the awards that were June 18, and then the draft that was June, whatever it was, in Montreal. So no surprise there, but to hear it official, I guess that's a good thing. So once again, the scouting combine, the NHL awards in Vegas, and the draft in Montreal, all of those delayed, postponed out of June, because that, in our best hope, in our best case scenario, that's when the Canucks are going to start playing again in June. And then you do an abbreviated, if even at all, bit of a regular season to finish it off, to even things out. And then you go July and August with the playoffs. And then a quick off season, because what they don't want to do is, we've heard this, they don't want to disrupt the integrity of the 2020-2021 season. And we've heard that a couple times, and that's because they don't want to disrupt that, because they don't want two seasons disrupted. Obviously, this one's disrupted, and they don't want to disrupt next season as well. So I think no matter, by hook or by crook, they want a full season next season, and then we'll see how that affects this season, whether it's straight into the playoffs, a quick play-in, whatever it is. And you guys, we talk about this every time, every week. We know that we hope that they go points percentage. If they don't play any more regular season games, they go by points percentage, because if they do, Vancouver actually finishes third in the Pacific ahead of Calgary. But if they go by points, the Canucks are on the outside looking in. So that was the big news from the NHL today. You know, we're starting to see more Canucks stuff on social media, which is good. Over the past couple of days, we've seen messages from the Canucks, basically wishing Canucks fans good health and safety. And then over the past couple of days, we've also seen the Canucks paying tribute to the healthcare workers, the the first line operators, those on the front line. Front line, that's what I meant to say. And first responders. How about frontline people, first responders, healthcare workers, basically anyone that has a hand in keeping us safe and keeping us healthy. So I hope you are safe. I hope you are staying home. I hope you're going out only in necessity. And big news for me, from a personal standpoint, since the last live stream I did on Sunday night, is finally, and I hinted about this on Sunday, finally we are now working from home. And it's not like get up late, sleep in, and be lazy. It's actually been 2 very productive days. I've been getting up normal time. I've been attending mass online at 9 o'clock in the morning. That basically starts my day. And the last 2 days have been nonstop. So I don't think they'll slow down over the next 2 days as I set up, check-ins with the people that report to me. But I think at least I'll finally get into a routine, hopefully by Monday, and that's a routine of work, of prayer, of exercise, of leisure. But I must admit, I love it when my lovely wife Gail cooks me lunch. That's awesome. That's awesome. In fact, we were playing some video games over my lunch break. I'll talk about that in a second. I'll talk about my PS4 in a second, and then we will. And then, it was nice to finish my work at 5:30 or 6 today. It was a later one. That's what time I usually get home if I drove home, but I worked straight till 6. And then it was nice that Gail had dinner waiting for me. And not at all suggesting that Gail's job is simply to cook for me. That's not it at all. But I am very blessed that she's a good cook. I don't cook. She doesn't let me cook. I don't want to cook. The kids won't let me cook, because I'll basically, if the COVID-19 is not going to get to them, I will hurt them very badly. So my job is to clean. See that kitchen back there? That's my job, to keep that thing clean. My lovely wife Gail does all the cooking, and I do all the cleaning, including the dishes, the scraping, and whatever it may be. So there we go. That's a little peek into my life. And we'll get into your questions right now. And my lovely daughter, Kayla, is joining us tonight. It's her second time. She was on about a week and a half ago. So it's been a nice rotation of Kayla, then Jacob, then Sean, then Kayla tonight. So I'm not sure if Dexter's on. I haven't seen his name yet. But Dexter, if you end up writing a freestyle rap for me, I may not get to it because we might not have the beatboxer tonight. So we will see what happens. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, if you've been here for the last 2 live streams, Dexter has kind of written me a rap that I'm supposed to do at the end of the live stream. And I've done it both times, and both have been equally brutal. Okay, so let's see what happens. Let's get to your questions. And once again, if it's something that I've already answered, I will, instead of repeating myself, I will ask you to refer to my earlier answer, recognizing that maybe it's 5, 10, 15 minutes before I even get to your question. But we'll see. It's a smaller group tonight, so we'll see what happens tonight. So thank you for being here. I know you could be doing anything else right now, and I know when we're done here, I'm either going to be playing some Jackbox with my kids, playing some mahjong. You guys didn't play, and you guys play mahjong there, or maybe my wife and I will have to catch up on tonight's Survivor episode, whatever it may be. So we'll see. But let's go for a good 45 minutes to an hour here, and because I love hanging out with you guys. And let's go. HSF Fangirl Gaming, always the first one in here, always impressive. My good friend from British Columbia, up north. She says, "Hey Clay, when you first heard about COVID-19 in China, did you see it getting as bad as it is now, as it's spreading worldwide?" Good question. My honest answer is no. I did not see it. You know, the first reaction, I think, and I'll be honest with you, and maybe you guys share the same kind of reaction, is when you first heard about it in November and December in China, you thought, oh, there's no way that's getting over here, or I feel really bad for what's happening over there in China, but hopefully they can contain it, and hopefully it doesn't make its way over here. But we saw it went from China to other, Asian countries like the Philippines, and then it started to go into Europe, Italy, hit hard Spain, Portugal, cruises, and then it it made its way over to North America. And of course, it started bigger in the States, and then it moved itself up to Canada. So it is pretty scary. It is pretty scary. And but if I'm going to be perfectly honest, no, I hoped it wouldn't come here, and I did not think it would have this much effect. When you were hearing the first stories back in late 2019 about the COVID virus, or they hadn't named it yet, I think COVID or Corona yet. They were referring to it as from Wuhan. It was pretty scary. You hear all the stories about the whistleblower in China, the doctor who tried to warn people, and then he got it himself, and then he died. He died before he was able to really say a lot, before he got censored, and then now look what's happened. So all we can do is try and be smart, make really good decisions, wash our hands, rest, stay in, only go out if you absolutely have to, social distance. And we all know that social distance doesn't mean cut yourself off socially. It means physically be distant from those not in your immediate family, but we can still be social, whether it's YouTube. And I made a joke on work yesterday. In one day, I used Zoom, Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, Google Meet. I didn't use Skype, although, and then I did text, I did phone calls as well, video chats. And then I joked around that the only thing I was missing was MySpace and Asian Avenue. I don't know if you guys remember ICQ and MSN Messenger. Now, I'm really dating myself. So if you know what I'm talking about, then I know that you're at least 25 years old or older, because those are the old instant messaging, before we had video conferencing, before we had the TikTok and the Snapchat and even the Twitter and the Facebook and the Instagram. Back then it was ICQ, it was MSN, it was Friendster, it was MySpace. So give me a thumbs up, or write down your favorite social media communication tool. What's your favorite? And then I'll know basically how old you are from basically what you leave down below. So I kind of gave, and you guys know I'm an open book. You guys know that I'm 45 years old, although I act like I'm probably 15, but we'll see. Okay, Wiggywa, Van City here. Hello, Wiggywa. Good evening, Emo. Good evening, Wiggywa. HSFN girl, where were you when the Yannick Hansen trade went down, and how did you react? I was at work, because I'm pretty sure, oh no, was it during a game actually? Or I think they pulled him during a game, but I don't think they announced it until the next day, because I remember on the trade deadline, didn't they announce the Hansen for Godolphin trade and the Burrows for Dahlin trade on the same day? Or maybe not, actually, now that I think about it, maybe the Hansen trade was announced the evening. I think it was actually after a game. I think the Canucks played on Sunday night. He got either pulled from the game or he didn't play. and then they announced the trade either during an intermission or after the game. That sounds about right. So if that's the case, I was watching it on TV. I wasn't at the game. I don't even know if the game was home or away. And I thought at the time, I didn't know much about Goldobin, and then, but I knew Hansen was pretty good, but maybe it passed his prime already. And then when it came to the next day, it was Burrows for Dahlin. So at the time, now we kind of see that Goldobin and Dahlin haven't worked out. Dahlin became a different player. But at the time, Dahlin, we were hoping that he could play with Pedersen. And then with Goldobin, we had this Russian player that might be good. So at the time, getting out of aging contracts and aging players of Burrows and Hansen, as much as we loved them, for Goldobin and Dahlin, that was a really good trade deadline for Jim Benning. Now, Goldobin is still with our franchise in the minors. Dahlin turned into another Swedish player, Linus Karlsson. We'll see how he turns out. So maybe the trade wasn't as good as we thought it'd be, but at least it had potential when it happened. That was a really good question, Fangirl. Wigiwa, Linden and Brewer. Okay, so I asked basically, name the 4 players, past or present, that have meant the most to you. And I asked that because it's well, you guys know that on Instagram and Twitter, there's so many challenges, so many memes, so many tag someone else threads. And there's a lot of them on Twitter. For those of you who are on Twitter, make sure you follow me at Canuck Clay. I'll get you back. And there's one that went around starting yesterday saying, name the 4 players that meant the most to me. And I'd love to, if you put your 4 down below in the comment section, and I'll talk about my 4 real quick. My 4 were Trevor Linden, because I thought he was a great leader. I thought he was a very loyal player, captain for the Canucks. And I've met him outside a couple times, and we actually were able to get him to St. Paul's School, my wife's school, to surprise the principal 2 years ago, because she was the biggest Trevor Linden fan. So maybe I'll tell that story another time, but really it was cool that the Canucks helped set that up. So Trevor Linden came to our Catholic school in Richmond and surprised the principal as a gift from the grade 7. So I like Trevor Linden. I like Bo Horvat. You guys know he's my favorite player, both because I met him a few years ago when he caddied, when my son Sean caddied for him, and I've liked him. I think he's a great captain, and you know that his father Tim watches all my stuff, so that's kind of cool. I also like Roberto Luongo. He's my favorite player of all time, like not Canuck from the past. I really wanted to win the gold medal. I wanted him to win in 2011, just 1 year later. I've met him a couple times. Very, very nice guy. I've written a few songs for him. He's actually acknowledged one of my songs before when he left, when he got traded, when Marie and I sang End of the Road about Roberto Luongo. He actually he messaged us on Twitter saying that meant a lot to him. So very, very classy guy. And the 4th guy I picked was my cousin Dusty. And I've talked to him about it a lot. My first cousin, our dads were brothers. And Dusty is the one who played for Team Japan in the 1998 Olympics. He coached for the Winnipeg Jets organization. He coached for the LA Kings organization. And he's now in China. Well, he's back home now. But he coached the last year in China in the KHL. So I want to ask him later about Podkolzin and about Trampkin and a bunch of them. So those are my 4, and I see some of you are leaving your 4 as well. Like SSM Fangirl, Ham Hughes, Sedins, and Burrows. Can't go wrong, so I presume that you love that 2011 team. Wigiwa, Linden and Bure, as I was 8 years old in 84. Okay, so that means you were born in 86. So that means you are about 34 years old right now. Okay, so you're actually not that much younger than I am. You're closer to my age than I think a lot of people are. Yeah, if you're 8 years old in 94, that was 26. Yeah, so you're 34 years old right now. I'm 45, but you're 36 or so, or 34, I should say. 16, 8 plus 6, 14. Yeah, you're 34 years old. Sorry, that was horrible math, but I was trying to do that in my head. Christopher, hello. Hi. Hello, Chris. Thanks for being here once again. Fernando, hi, Clay. How's your day? Fernando, my day was good. Thank you. Busy day at work. Good lunch. Some PS4. Yes, we have a PS4 again. And overall, it's been a good day. I played some Mahjong with the kids. If you're not Chinese, you probably have no clue what I'm talking about. And then I went to Mass in the morning online, and I prayed the Rosary, which is the Catholic prayer, just now. And it's cool. It starts at 9:30, and it ended at 9:55, just enough time for me to run over here. So that's why I wasn't sure if I'd be 5 minutes late, but it worked out very well. Thank you for asking, Fernando. Wigiwa, Naslin, because he was the biggest part of the West Coast Express. Yes, Naslin was a wonderful player, very classy and a good captain as well. All our captains, Smeal, Naslin, Linden, Horvat, Henrik, all good, hardworking players, classy players as well. Mark, hey Clay, how are you doing? I'm great, Mark. I hope you're doing well as well. Thanks for joining as always. Wigiwa, and Sedins for obvious reasons, career-long Canucks. Yeah. And actually, I was talking to someone. Oh, you know what? It was a tech guy. Dexter, it's Kayla, by the way, that's coming down tonight. I just saw your message, but I'll get to that in more depth. I was talking to a tech guy who was helping me with my laptop yesterday, setting me up from remote. And he actually went to school with Evander King. And he said that Evander King was a bit of a goofball in elementary and high school, which I truly believe, given the stories we hear about him. But we were talking about how Evander King has played for 4 teams now, Atlanta and Winnipeg and Buffalo and now San Jose. And he's played for about 10 or 11 years. So we were kind of talking about, is 4 years a lot? And then on one hand, no, it's not a lot, because you hear of guys that have played for 6, 7, 8, 20, not 20, what am I talking about? 6, 7, 8, 9 teams even. Then you hear of other guys that go to 3 or 4 teams, and then guys like the Sedins who only played for 1 team for their entire career. And obviously we hope that's the case for Pettersson and Hughes, but that's not always the case. So all to say, that was a great point that Wiggy that the Sedins career long Canucks, yeah, you can't really picture them in any other uniform. Ryan, Clay, how are you doing with everything, and got any ideas to help my anxiety being an apartment as much as I have? Yeah, Ryan, good question. I'm not an expert, but you can always reach out to people online. You can always go for some fresh air. You are allowed to go outside. You're just not supposed to congregate in groups. And make sure that you are doing things that you like to do, whether you're resting or you're watching TV or you're playing video games or you're playing music, whatever it is. Ryan, I think now is the time to really, really do things, sink your heart and your time into and your head into things that you enjoy doing. And I think that's one way that you can reduce anxiety and stay sane during these very, very tricky times. So Ryan, anytime you want to reach out, man, make sure you reach out to me and find me. Please do. Mark, top 4, Bure, Daniel, and Henrik. Yeah, I knew people were going to combine them. So Bure, the Sedins, Burrows, and Luongo. Yeah, can't go wrong with any of those guys, given how important all of them were to our organization. Great list, Mark. Chris, I'm not sure in the past. I'd probably say the Sedins and Luongo, yep. And then probably Edler and currently the Canucks core 4 and maybe Markstrom. Yeah, Edler's good. The core 4 of Besser, Horvat, Pettersson, and Hughes, and then Markstrom. Yeah, all good players. Christopher, you just named like 9 or 10 guys. I'll try and narrow that down to 4 if you want. TJ, Clay, what do you think the Canucks' first line and first defensive pairing will be in 3 years? Oh, great point. In 3 years, it is it's going to be Pettersson, Besser, and Miller, because Miller has 3 years left on his contract, I believe. I think then Podkolzin and Höglander and Horvat will be pushing from underneath. I don't know if Tyler Toffoli is going to be here, although I want him to be. By the way, that was my big vlog for the past couple of days. 2 vlogs I did. One was Tyler Toffoli versus Jacob Markstrom. Who would you keep? We can talk about that as well if we run out of things to talk about. And the other one was, I did a reaction video. I forgot to say these 2 things in the intro. I did a video on Markstrom versus Toffoli. Who would you keep if you only keep one? Because it might come down to that, given the salary cap. And then I did a reaction video on the 7-6 win, Vancouver over Colorado, November 2018, the memorable long bomb pass from Pettersson to Besser. So make sure you check out that video. And also make sure you let me know what games or big Canucks moments you want me to react to. Don't even have to be Canucks moments. Some people have actually asked for some Team Canada stuff as well. Okay, let's go back. I don't get distracted, but I think I go on tangents quite a bit. That's what it is. So first line in 3 seasons from now, it'll be Pettersson, Besser, and Miller. A lot of lines still going strong. And then our first defensive pairing will be Quinn Hughes on the left, and that's a really good question. Who are we gonna have on the right? Rafferty's good, but he's not gonna be a top pairing defenseman. Tanev or Stetcher, I don't even know if he's gonna be there. Levy plays left. Jet Wu's not good enough to play top line. Oh gosh, I don't know. Hughes and Myers? No, Myers isn't a top pairing. That's a great question. It'll be Hughes and someone. Maybe it's Hughes and a guy that we're gonna draft in the next couple of years. No, that's a little soon. Yeah, Hughes and someone. Let me know. Give me a good right-handed defenseman, and then we'll see if he works with Hughes. Fernando, another 10 days for the self-quarantine. Yes, they extended it by 2 weeks, so we will see. And as I mentioned, they canceled a bunch of stuff earlier today, or postponed, I should say. Sorry, those were Canucks. Yep, no problem, Wiggy-Wa. Keegan, hi, Clay. Hello, Keegan. Chris. Oops, I skipped a bunch. Oh, I skipped a lot. There. Chris, do you see the Canucks beat San Jose 6-1? Pettersson with the hat trick, Quinn Hughes with 4 points, including the game. Yeah, it was an excellent performance tonight. The Canucks winning 6-1 and pulling into the tie amazingly with Vegas atop the Pacific Division. playing some really good hockey since the season got postponed. That's doesn't even make sense, but you know what I mean. And yes, Pettersson, excellent hat trick. Miller also another 2-point night. Besser had 2 assists. Nice to see him finding his old form. And yeah, Quinn Hughes with the 4 points, reestablishing himself as the dominant rookie in the Calder race. But yeah, good. It was a great game, Christopher. I'm glad you liked it too. TJ, Clay, I know you're all about Canucks positivity, but who do you blame most for our collapse in 2011? It sounds like you're talking, TJ, about the actual 2011 collapse, you could call it. I'm not going to sit here and blame the NHL for suspending Aaron Rome or whatever. I can't blame Ham Hughes for hurting himself. Who do you blame most? Well, the thing is, they were just 1 win away from winning. They went up 2-0 on Boston. They went up 3-2 on Boston. So you could blame their inability to win it in Boston, the tough place to win. I'm not going to blame Luongo, but he didn't have the best season ever. He had the best season ever. He had certainly great game 1, 2, 4, or 1, 2, and 5, I should say. Who do you blame the most? You can't blame the coaching. It was fine. Vigneault was fine. Gillis was fine. He put together that team. You know, I don't really blame anyone. I blame Big Ugly Brad Marchand. I blame Patrice Bergeron. I blame Zdeno Chara. I blame the Boston. I hate Lucic. I blame all those guys. But no, I don't blame any of the Canucks. I just thought I actually thought they're the better team all season. Obviously, President's Trophy winners, but Boston played them really good especially in the last half of that series, games 3 onwards. Boston was a good team and full value for the win. But it was tough. You guys know I was there watching the game, trying to get back to my office, navigating the riots. It was pretty brutal. But good question. So, no, I'm not trying to avoid it. I just don't know who I would put blame on. But yeah, they didn't have a good game 7, that's for sure. Kessler was hurt. Sedins were banged up. Luongo was all over the place. It was tough. I just see Mark blame Nathan Horton and the voodoo water he threw on the ice. Okay, let's blame him. I blame Nathan Horton. Well, there you go. Sakic, Linden, Naslund, and Waugh. Great choices. Keegan, who do you think will get signed and who do you think won't get signed in the Canucks? Talked about this a lot. I think it's going to be Markstrom. I think they're going to say bye to Stetcher and or Tanev, actually, to save somebody. You know, they could actually say bye to Stetcher and Tanev, and then they could sign Markstrom and Toffoli. I think you bring back Jake Virtanen, maybe on a short-term deal to make sure that he's not a fluke, that he's still progressing. And then I think you say bye to Fantenberg. Josh Levo, you might keep because he's, you can get him cheap. He's not going to have much bargaining power after going out with an injury. So maybe you say you keep. I would love if they kept Markstrom, Toffoli, Stetcher, and Virtanen. Those 4 would be awesome, but that's going to be really tough. That means no Tanev, no Fantenberg, who doesn't make a lot of money. So you might have to say bye to Stetcher as well, along with Tanev. But then you're losing 2 right shot D-men. So you have Rafferty coming up. Does Trampkin come back? But I'm not convinced Trampkin's that good of a player yet. So what do you do on your right side? Do you go Myers and Rafferty in your top 2? Is that enough? If you're losing, oh gosh. Now that I talk about it, but I want to see them try and find a way to sign Markstrom and Toffoli, and that was the point of my vlog. Good question, Mark. I'm the dishwasher at home as well. Good, Mark. You know what you're good at, and you should continue with that. That's good. Brock Bester, hello. Nahal, that's right. Nahal, nice to see you. Keegan, I'm so bored at home every day. I can imagine. Keegan, how old are you? I can't remember if you're a student or if you're supposed to be working right now, or maybe both, or neither. Let me know. Nahal, do you think school will be online for students? I do. I do know that. It's kind of weird, right? It's supposed to be spring break right now. So technically, students shouldn't be doing any work, and teachers technically should be on break. They shouldn't have to work. But I think they would. I think the smart ones, the prepared ones, are at least anticipating what's going to happen. But technically, they don't go back to work until next week. So I don't know about you guys, but I know in Richmond, the superintendent sent out a letter saying basically next week the teachers are going to go back to work and start preparing what learning might look like, along working with the Ministry of Education, but students won't be expected to do anything until the week after that. So basically get another week on their spring break. And yeah, I think it's gonna be a combination of online, Google Classrooms, Zoom, which I'm using a lot now, whatever it may be. I think there's a lot of things, webinars, I think there's a lot of things you can do. And I do worry that not everyone, it sounds kind of, you think it should be a basic necessity, but I'm not convinced that every single student, either lower income or remote students, I'm not sure that all of them have access to internet. I'm sure, obviously the majority of them do, but what happens to those that don't have access to good internet, and how are you going to catch them up? So I think, it's not easy. And my wife Gail's a teacher. My 3 kids are in school, first year, grade 11 and grade 7. So it affects us as well. Great question. TJ, if you were offered any job in the Canucks front office, which one would you take? That is a wonderful question. So I'll answer this twice. Any job with my current skills. So let's say that that it was true, like that is myself right now, exactly how I am. I think I could work in communications. I think I could work in marketing, in social media. I'm not sure how much money there is in there, but definitely communications and marketing. I could work in strategic partnerships, and I could, I could play the organ for the game. Now, if I was smarter, or if I got a different bent, I would love to do like general manager type work. I would love to do business type work, but that's not my strong suit. But yeah, so if I was offered any job in the Canucks front office, realistically, I would do something with communications, marketing, or community or strategic partnerships. That's what I would do. TJ, 45 years young. Yep, you too? Awesome. Or you just affirming me. Either way, awesome. Fernando, WhatsApp and Google Hangout, Facebook Messenger. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I use those 3 as well. Nahal, do you think Messier messed up the Canucks and was the reason why the Canucks stopped making the playoffs back when he was traded? The Canucks had such a stacked team when Messier was here. So on one hand, I don't want to blame one player, but you can't really argue with the results. They were really bad when Messier was here, despite having Messier and Linden and Bure and Mogilny and I think a young Naslin. I think he was there too. That's a really, really good team. So it's really too bad that they didn't do well. So if not, the main reason, I think definitely we've heard confirmed stories that there was a split in the locker room between Messier's group, those loyal to Messier, and those loyal to Trevor Linden, who in essence was usurped by Mark Messier. So I'd say he was definitely a big part of the downfall for sure. Nahal, why do you think rookie Besser is better than current Besser at scoring? I talked about this a couple times, Nahal. I think injury is a little bit. That was it. And then I do think that he's trying to round into his game a little bit. And there's other guys that can score, like Pettersson, like JT Miller, like Tanner Pearson. I also think that as a rookie, no one knows how to scout you. No one has seen you play at a pro level. And I think obviously once you come in, that's why so many players go through a sophomore slump, is you draw more attention to yourself. Good question. Brock, Kunlun Red Stars. Yes, that who is indeed Dusty coached, was the goaltending coach for. Brock, does your PS4 work now? It does. No, but not the one that is. We bought a new one. I figured, I went to Best Buy, Geek Squad. They weren't open. They weren't working. I didn't want to send it away. I figured by the time I sent it away, I'd spend $150 to $200 fixing the thing because none of the online things worked. I think it was something deeper. I think there's something fundamentally wrong with our console, because we tried everything under the sun. So I figured if you spend $150, $200, and then there's a deal on Costco. So we got a brand new PS4 for $370, including Fortnite. Who cares about that? And including 2 controllers. So, and then we get it now. We have it now. We've been playing already. So to me, the extra couple $100 for the game and the 2 controls, plus the fact that we are playing already, the kids have something to do. And to me, that was worth the extra $150, $200 that we spent. Because I know there's no PS5 coming out later in the year, but who knows if we can get it? Who knows how expensive it's going to be? So we're happy with this PS4 because we play not only NHL 19. I'm so bad, you guys. I suck so bad. We don't have the NHL 20 yet, but we have an NHL 19, and then we play a lot of Jackbox games on there as well. So all to say, thanks for all your help. But we bought a new PS4, and we were very happy with that decision. And to their credit, Sean and Jake actually chipped in. And they actually paid me. Usually they say they're going to chip in and then I have to bug them for their money or force it out of them or just transfer it out of their bank accounts themselves. But they actually came up to me with cash. I don't know why they have so much cash lying around. I better talk to them. Dexter, hey Clay, I just got here. Who's coming down tonight? Hi Dexter, I know it's 10:30, but I know you got here about 10:10 or 10:15. It's my daughter Kayla is coming down tonight actually. Sean and Jake. So we're kind of going in a little rotation. So like I said, Dexter, we may not wrap tonight. If Jake doesn't come down, Jake doesn't come down. So either Kayla gives me a beat or we save the wrap until next time. But we will see what happens when we get there. Tayab, if the league goes in the playoffs with the current standings, do you think the Canucks will be in the playoffs even though they are tied for the second wild card but are out of the playoffs? If they go into the playoffs with the current standings, it depends. If they go by points percentage, they get in. If they go by points, they don't get in. Not just saying this, I would actually say it the other way too, if it was reversed. They got to go by points percentage because you cannot penalize a team because the schedule maker didn't have them play 71 games instead of 69, if you know what I mean. So it depends if they go by points percentage, which they should be, which everyone is talking like they will. If that's the case, then the Canucks do get in. Camera Dave, it's Canucks in 4 from Twitter. It's my birthday day. Shout out. Camera Dave, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. I'll make sure that I'm tracking you on Twitter. And thanks for being here. Happy birthday. May God bless you and bless you and your family. And I hope you stay safe. Camera Dave, let me know how old you are if you dare care to share. That's awesome. Thanks for saying hi. Dexter, I had a competition with my friends on who could stay up the latest. We all stayed on a group FaceTime, and in the end, I took the win. So Dexter, how long did you stay up, or did you even go to bed? That's pretty impressive. Good job. Did you win anything? Sim Alexander, who are your favorite born BC players? Oh, that's a good question. I like Troy Stetcher being, well, the obvious ones on the team right now are, there's guys like Stetcher who I like from Richmond Virtanen, who I've always liked, Jordy Ben, but I like Dan Hamhuis. I know you like Dan Hamhuis. There's some good Kamloops and Kelowna players as well. But I think right now, I don't really pay attention from a standpoint. I think Greg Adams is from here too. I don't get really into where they're born, and that doesn't make me root for them. But I think currently I do like both Jake and Troy Stetcher, which is kind of cool. Actually, that Troy just grew up a little bit away from me. But yeah, that's a good question. I do like Stetcher and Virtanen and some other guys that have played very well, obviously throughout their careers. But those are the two guys I focus on right now. Pedersen, Besser, Miller, Hughes, and Wu. Oh, that's your top line? Yeah, I don't know Brock Besser. I don't think if Jet Wu's actually a first line. Yeah, I don't think he's a first pairing D-man. In fact, I don't even know if he's going to make the team. And if he does, I think he's a throwback third line type guy. But I'm glad you like him. I like him too. Not only a cool last name, but half Asian. So that's pretty cool. Keegan, what prospects do you think will be in the NHL in 2 years? I think Juolevi, I think Rafferty, although he's old, and I think Colin. Those are the three guys that I think will get a shot for next year. And then I think the year after that, you see Podkolzin and Höglander on the team. So 5 or 6 guys already that will be on the team the next 2 seasons. Chris, the tutor, I have tutored Matthew Barzal. Oh, that's cool. Find out if Matthew Barzal was smart and what he was like. More importantly, we know he's a heck of a hockey player. Dexter, why are you doing the stream on a Wednesday night? Dexter, Sunday night is my home base night. I did 2 Mondays only because I had 2 back-to-back Sundays that were messed up. But Sunday is my home base. That's the bigger one. And then I do one midweek as well, whether it's Wednesday or Thursday. The last 2 weeks have been Thursday. But Sunday, Wednesday is ideal for me. Sunday, Wednesday, Sunday, Wednesday, Sunday, Wednesday. And I've only done this midweek one a few times, basically since March started. So in the perfect world, it's Sunday, Wednesday. That's my default. And then only if that doesn't work, then I bump off of that to Monday and or Thursday. I'll never go Monday, Wednesday, though, because that's too short, right? That's only 1 day in between. So if it's Sunday, then I can do Wednesday or Thursday. If it's Monday, then I have to do Thursday. I hope that makes sense. Who would you draft if you had the choice between Hughes and Makar? At the time, like if I hadn't seen them play, I know Makar, the Canucks had him ranked really high, and I believe that they would have taken Makar over Pedersen. That's not to take anything away from Pedersen, but I do believe that the Canucks had Makar ranked higher than Pedersen. Now, oh gosh, I keep saying that Hughes should win the Calder, but I'm sure if I was a Colorado fan, I'd say that Makar should be winning the Calder. Who would I draft if I had the choice? Oh. I think if I didn't know anything about either the two guys, like I didn't know how well they played in the NHL, I think you have to go Makar over Hughes. I think now that I've seen them both play, I would take either one. How's that for a fence-sitting question? But I can't not say Hughes, but that is very hard for me not to say Makar. Oh, that's a tough one. Mark, who would you pick? Nahal, do you think Podkolzin was the right choice? I do, given that the Canucks were picking 10th, Russian 10, Bure, no. Because I know there are other guys like Boldy that were still on the board, but I think Podkolzin could be a really good player, and they kind of need some more toughness and some gritty play, and he's got some skills and determination. I was fine, given that he was ranked number 3 behind Hughes and Kako for a lot of the season. Only in February and March did he start dropping down a little bit. So I was fine with that choice. But it's funny you mentioned that, because I just watched, I was at the draft, you guys know, and I took some live footage and I posted that on my YouTube channel. And the crowd was really mixed. There's some boos, there was a lot of murmuring, but I think he'll be just fine. Will Gaudette ever be a top 6 for Tayeb? No, only not as a, I don't think so, because of the position he plays. As a center, do you see him being as good as Horvat ever? Maybe, but at least on the Canucks, he's never going to supplant Pettersson or Horvat. So no, I don't think he'll be a top 6 scorer, but I think he can be a third line center for sure. That's why the Canucks were okay trading Tyler Madden for Tyler Toffoli. Are we ever going to wear the black skate jersey again? Is the best jersey in the league and of all time, in my opinion. I like it a lot. I have the Quinn Hughes one, as you guys know. But Nahal, I think I'd hope they bring it back even as their alternate, because the feedback was so good. Oh, heck, well, I'm not wearing the black jersey, but I'm wearing the same logo right now. Yeah, I do like it a lot. So we'll see. They should bring it back as an alternate for sure. Mark, blame Nathan Horton and the voodoo water. I didn't know about the voodoo water, but I do not like Nathan Horton, that's for sure. Dexter, what were your emotions after the Game 7 loss? Were you crying? No, I wasn't crying. I was pretty upset, right? Because not only because I was thinking of a vlog I had to do, but I was upset because I thought I was there. Both Game 5 and Game 7, I thought I was going to be there to witness history. So I was sad for sure. I was upset. I didn't physically cry. But that quickly turned into shock and disappointment and frustration and anger when my phone started blowing up with messages, and my wife Gail was texting me saying, Clay, don't leave the arena, be safe. So I ended up staying in the arena for an extra hour. I watched Zdeno Chara and Gary Bettman and Tim Thomas, all those guys hold the Stanley Cup. Gary Bettman didn't win it, of course, he's the one who handed it over. But I stayed in the arena for about an hour to let things die down, and yet I still saw a lot of crazy stuff happening downtown. So my emotions after the game were sad and disappointed, and then about 3 hours later, I was angry and frustrated and embarrassed. Nahal, I forgot the rapper of these streams is, I forgot who the rapper of these streams is, but think of a rap. I love your raps. You're very talented. Nahal, you're very nice. You're too kind. Dexter is the one who writes the raps. So I might have to do it without a beat. If we can't get Jake down, I'll still, if Dexter takes the time to write a rap, I will still do it. And maybe next time, maybe not today. Next time I'll have a beat lined up on my laptop, just in case Jake can't come down. But Kayla knows how to clap her hands. Maybe I'll get her to do some clapping on 2 and 4 at least. Jamie, hey Clay, how's it going with you, buddy? I'm good, Jamie. How are you? Hey, you say that every time, Jamie. Do you cut and paste that? Because I think you use that line on my Facebook as well. But it's good. If you're asking me how I'm doing great. And I thank you for asking. I hope you and your wife are doing well as well. Chris, the Canucks just signed Pietrangelo to play with Quinn Hughes on the top. Okay, I was struggling to find a good right-handed defense. I love Pietrangelo. I think he's great. He's going to cost a pretty penny, but yeah, that would be a wicked pair. Hughes and Pietrangelo, both offensive players, and Pietrangelo's got good size as well. That would be an awesome pairing. Dexter, I've eaten way too much junk food over the quarantine period. Have you gained any weight, Dexter? And tell me what your junk food is of choice. Keegan, I'm 14 years old. Great. You make me feel so young. I'm more than 3 times older than you, but that's okay. Thanks for being here. Stay active, Keegan. Don't get too bored. Jamie, hey, Clay, who's coming on with you tonight, Sean or Jacob? Neither. It's actually my daughter, Kayla. Brock, I want to be a member of Canucks equipment staff. Yeah, that would be cool. Rios, hey, I'm here. Rios, always happy to see you, no matter if it's 10:13, 10:03, 10 or 10:39. Glad you're here. Chris, do you hear that the Canucks almost traded for Wayne Gretzky instead of the LA Kings? Yep, I'm very aware of that story. There are some stories that say that Pat Quinn messed that up. Was it Pat Quinn that messed that up? By basically forcing Wayne Gretzky to make a decision. It was Quinn, or was it someone else? I can't remember, but I do know that story. And obviously, it would be amazing. The best player in the history of the game on our team. Doesn't mean that we would have won any Stanley Cups, because it takes more than one player. But I would have loved to see him in a Canucks uniform for sure. Tony, you know anything about Connor Bedard? First WHA player granted exceptional status in from BC. No, I don't. But I'll look him up later. Tony, if you know more about him, send me some info. That's pretty cool. Rios, for me, the Sedins, Crosby, and PD and Burr. That's good. Yeah, those are 4 or 5 good players. Excellent. Wiggiwa, whoops. Oh, I better get going. Wiggiwa, trading Linden for Big 44. How did you feel when that trade went down? And was Lou your favorite before he was a Canuck? I liked Longo before he was a Canuck, but he became my favorite as a Canuck. Trading Linden for 44, I was fine because 44 turned out to be... yeah, no, I was sad when Lyndon got traded because I didn't know much about Bertuzzi, but I know that Lyndon and Mike Keane didn't get along. But then I was happy that Bertuzzi turned into Roberto Luongo. There are other pieces in there, but we know that that Bertuzzi was a piece of the Luongo trade going out the other way as well. Hall, would you rather play in the NHL and make $1 million or play in the NBA and make $7 million a year? If I was equally able to do both, I would take the $6 million a year more, admittedly. I don't think I could dunk. I can't even dribble left, but I would be a hardworking NBA player. But yeah, if you're asking me, Nahal, if I could make the NHL or the NBA, and those were my two salaries, that I would, I would make my $7 million a year in the NBA and still vlog about the Canucks. How's that? Dexter, there's nothing to do around my house. I'm starting to lose it. Clay, any ideas on what to do during quarantine? We appreciate it. I mentioned this to Ryan. Do a hobby you like. Pick up a new hobby. Make sure you're getting some fresh air, just not hanging out in groups. Do some music. That's what I would do. Start a YouTube channel and then vlog. I don't know. And those are some of the things I would do. And make sure that you are connecting with people. Even if you physically can't see them, call them, text them, social media, TikTok, Snapchat, WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever you do. Make sure you're connecting with people. It's kind of sounds ironic that you're connecting people online and not in person, but we're not allowed to meet people in person. But definitely stay active, Dexter, and get some exercise for sure. And keep writing raps for me. That'll be good. Let's keep going. Brock, yeah, good deal. Controller 79. Oh, good. I didn't know a controller is $80, so we did get a good deal on our PS4. NHL 20 is on sale for $23.99. Oh, John, thank you. If that's the case, if NHL 20 is on sale for $25, then we're going to buy it. I need to tell my son Sean about that. He might know about that already. Brock Bester, bring the whole family. I will do that soon, not today. Maybe we'll do it for a big Easter one or something, like a resurrection, so to speak. Nahal, do you think Lafreniere will be the best player since McDavid? Tough to say. There's been high expectations on a lot of draft picks since then, including Jack Hughes. I didn't not McDavid level, but I was very impressed with what I saw in the World Juniors. Tough to say because there's some really other good players in the league right now, like McKinnon, Draisaitl. Do I think he'll be the best player since McDavid? Since McDavid, there's a chance, but there's still a lot of really good players that have come to the league since then. But I still think he'll be an excellent player. And I was very impressed with him in the World Juniors, of course. Dexter, I sold my PS4 because I wanted to get rid of it while it had value because of the upcoming release of PS5. I'm so bored. Yeah, we talked about that. We weren't sure we were going to buy the PS4, but the PS5 is not for 6 more months, I think, or at least the fall. So we thought it was an okay investment. But thanks for bringing that up. Rios, do you think school will start upcoming Monday? No, I think the teachers are going back to school, whether physically or from home, and then they're going to be using a week to develop their online learning strategy. So students, I don't think you're learning anything. You expect to be anything until the end of next week or the start of the week after that. So we're looking at 2 Mondays from now, if that makes sense. Do a fam jam. Yep, we will, Jamie, one day. Nahal, what year do you think the Canucks will win the Canucks? I think you mean when will you win the Cup? I'm giving them a 5-year. I've said that a few times. 2024, 2025. That's when they're going to win the Cup. Ryan, maybe Jacob and Sean have money because they manage their money. That's a good thing. Yeah, they're doing well and they work, which is good. And we help them out a little bit too. Dexter, I won bragging rights. Well, sometimes that's all you can win. Greg Adams is from my hometown in Duncan. Yes, that's true. Awesome. Dexter, I went to bed about 20 minutes after the other remaining friend crashed. Not because I was tired, because I got the W. Yeah, you already flexed. You didn't have to stay on longer. Good job, Dexter. I would never win one of those contests with you, but I'm sure we'd have a lot of time, a lot of fun chatting. Guzzler, do you believe in ghosts? No, I don't. I believe in the Holy Spirit, but I don't believe in ghosts. Jamie, we have a case of the virus in town, and we are a small town, so I have no idea when school will start here. Jamie, that's scary, man. What city are you in? Let me know again. Nahal, you deserve 20 million subs. Thanks, man. It's been a bit of a slow climb. I'm still at the 4,400 mark or whatever. I'd love to get to 5,000, but to me, it's not about the numbers as long as I'm developing as authentic as you can online, authentic relationships. I'm fine with that, but thank you. Yeah, anytime I do a song or do something with the Canucks, my subs go up a little bit, but it's been a slow grind. I try not to do clickbait videos. I try and keep it, on the keep everything legit. Not that others don't, but I also I don't have the same editing prowess and the same cachet as a lot of other people. And I'm actually happy when I see other YouTube channels do really well, and I'm very happy for them. I'm certainly not the jealous type when it comes to that. There's certainly a lot of people to watch. All the people that are doing stuff. Okay, I'm gonna rip through these. Wow, I'm actually impressed. I was worried we weren't getting enough questions, but I'm gonna rip through for the last 3 minutes, and then we'll bring Kayla on in 3 minutes, and I'll get to what I get to. But I'm gonna go pretty quick. When Jet's dad was playing for the Victoria Cougars in 1990, he was injured, and my dad was watching the Cougars game. Larry came down and sat next to my dad, and they talked for the whole game. That's pretty cool. My dad's name is Larry as well, but Jet, whose dad's name is Larry, that's awesome. Keegan, Podkolzin or Hoglander, I like both. Hoglander's got some filthy hands, but I think they'll both be fine. But I'm excited about Podkolzin as well, and he was drafted a bit higher, first round versus second round, if that means anything. Hughes greater than McCarr, and I think the Canucks had Pettersson over McCarr, but I'm not 100% sure. I've heard different things. I've heard different things about Pettersson over McCarr or McCarr over Pettersson, but I do know that if McCarr had not been taken by Colorado, the Canucks would have had a very difficult decision to make. Tayyab, if the Canucks get in the playoffs, will they make a deep playoffs run? You never know. Everyone's going to come back healthy, so I think they have a good chance as anyone, at least to the third round. I think they can get out of their division. Hall, why do you think Burns, Karlsson, and Subban are doing so bad this year? They're all getting old. I think we're starting to see that the younger players are getting better, faster, so they make the older players look worse. Dexter, my grandma baked chocolate chip cookies yesterday. They're gone. Save some for me next time. Jamie, no, I don't have it cut or pasted. I just love. Awesome. Matthews or Laine. Oh, gosh. I think Matthews is going to be the more consistent player. Laine is probably the more up and down, more exciting. But if I had to have one of them on my team, I think I'd take Austin Matthews, actually. It's a little bit immature off the ice, but I still think he's a really good player. Jamie, to say, yeah, who in your opinion is better, Alex Ovechkin or Crosby? I'll go Crosby just by a bit. Ovechkin's very, very entertaining. Crosby has more cups. Crosby has gold medal. I know teammates make a difference, but I've always liked Crosby. But I like Ovechkin as well. But no, I think Crosby's still better. Clay is greater than LeBron. Thank you. Although LeBron could probably not only dunk over me, he could probably put me through the hoop supporter and still do a really good dunk and probably land on his feet. But yeah, I do like basketball too. I was a Grizzlies jam pack holder. Dexter, if I start a YouTube channel, there'd be nothing to vlog. Well, don't do Canucks. Do something else. Talk about like how much you eat or something. Christopher, Clay, I'm writing a book. That's sweet, man. What's the book on? Brock, Dexter, how much do you sell the PS4? Favorite playoff format? I'm fine with a quick play-in of 4 teams. So 20 down to 16. And then you go from there. Maybe shorten first round or second round. But I think 24 teams. It sounds exciting, but I don't think they're going to have time to do it, quite frankly. Kayla's here. Yep, we are in Grand Cache, Alberta. Okay, then we got some questions for Kayla. I have family in Italy, and one of my cousins is feeling better now, but has a cough and sore throat. We may have had the coronavirus. I'm sorry to hear that, Christopher. Pray for your family. I hope that goes okay. My other cousin who lives in Italy has 2 kids and wife, was in the hospital for some reason, and now has a fever and got tested for corona. I'm scared. Yeah, I have a lot of coworkers who have family in Italy as well, and it is very scary. Hey, Kayla, I want chocolate cookies. Brock, I sold it for $2.50. All right, we have caught up. Come on in, Kayla.
Okay, hold on.
Come sit here next to Dad.
Okay.
Thanks for staying up.
Oh, I feel so short.
We'll move the seat up then. Okay, everyone, this is my daughter, Kayla.
Hello.
12 years old, grade 7 at St. Paul's School, loves school, right? Wants to go back. So all questions for the next 10 minutes go to Kayla. Here we go, Kayla. Hi, Kayla. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
Not you.
No, Ryan, yes. Ryan's been stressed out. He had a birthday recently, but he's going crazy in his apartment. Any advice for him?
Right? I've only been playing with slime, but I'm 12 years old.
Yeah, Ryan, you're a grown man. Don't play with slime. Thanks for that good advice. Tony, hey, Kayla, what kind of car do you want when you turn 16?
A car that is able to move. I honestly don't know. I'm not a big car person, so.
Do you like a fancy one or a more sporty one or just practical one?
I want a green car. That's my
Okay,
favorite
green.
color.
Okay, so of these 3 choices of Mom's Honda Odyssey, my Honda Civic, or Sean's Toyota Corolla, which one do you like the most?
Mom's car.
Yeah, it is the biggest, and we get powerful. Looks like a boss on the road.
Yeah.
Tegan says, hi, Kayla, what's your favorite ice cream color?
Color?
I think you meant flavor. Oh, no, flavor. I read it wrong. What's your favorite ice cream flavor?
I go between like bubblegum, cotton candy, and I do like toffee. And like Rocky Road maybe.
All right. HSM Fangirl. Hi, Kayla. How are you dealing with no school?
I'm bored out of my mind. My entire class has a group chat. And we're always texting like, what are you guys doing? Any tips on what to use with your spare time? I'm so bored. Now is the only time I've ever wished for school.
Yeah, but you've always liked school. Now, I don't know if there's good or bad parenting, and I don't know everyone out there what age you were when you got your first cell phone. But I told Kayla that if she won the provincial bowling tournament, that that I would buy her a cell phone, and she did win it. We have not bought the cell phone because since then we've been basically we're gonna wait till spring break, and now we are isolating at home. So Kayla will ultimately get her phone. Doesn't need it right now, right? Because you're online a lot with your iPad and stuff. But ultimately, Kayla's gonna get a phone. And we just found out sad news that her national championship's not canceled but postponed. So we are not going to Ontario in late May, but hopefully that will happen later this year. Then I'll make sure that I hit you guys all up for support and maybe buying a raffle ticket or two. But we'll worry about that later. Hi Kayla from Nahal. Are you excited to learn online?
Well, yeah, because in my school we do most of the stuff online, especially in my class. The last time I used a pencil and paper, it was so long ago. So most of my classes are online, and we use Google Classroom. And I use Google Docs a lot, Google Slides, Google Classroom. So I'm very used to it. So it's not that big of a change for me. So
good.
Yeah, it's
Kayla, Rios Dress says, can you beatbox?
Have you ever asked Surrey how to beatbox? That's what I sound like.
Surrey?
Siri.
You said Surrey, like Burnaby or Delta.
I don't say Siri. I don't know. I don't.
What, Siri can beatbox? No, that's Alexa.
No, both.
Alexa, give me a beat.
I don't think she'll respond to that.
That's because you're talking. Alexa, volume up. Alexa, volume 8. Hey, I got my beat. Wait, Alexa, stop.
Okay, I sound like Siri, not Alexa.
Alexa, stop. Okay.
Okay, I sound
there
like
you
Siri,
go.
not Alexa.
A live Alexa.
Like Siri sounds like cats and boots and cats.
Boots and
that's
cats
what
boots and
like.
cats. Okay. Well, there you go. A live Alexa demonstration for you. That was pretty cool. Actually, I want to listen to that again. Christopher, one of my cousins in Italy, has a fever and a cough and a sore throat, so he may have had the corona, but he's better now, so he can't get okay. I hope he is better. And I hope those symptoms don't come back. Thanks for sharing that. Tayab, who's your favorite Canuck?
Bo Horvat and Elias Pettersson.
Good choices. Dexter, if there's no school for the rest of the year, I'm selling hard clay. Dexter, what grade are you in? Same as Jake, right? Or grade 10? Refresh me. Fernanda, hi Kayla, nice shirt. Jacob was wearing the From Heaven shirt on Sunday. Explain to everyone really quickly what that is.
So, as a grade 7 at a Catholic school, we get to go something called Spirit Day, where it's like a whole Catholic event with so many kids from other Catholic schools in grade 7. So we get cool t-shirts, we hear like live music, jugglers, we have mass from the Archbishop, which is really cool.
And this was the theme for this year, right?
Yeah, from heaven, hold on. From heaven.
Because that's where we're all gonna go. Very good. Thanks for watching, Fernanda. Jamie, Kayla, get a Mustang. That's a type of car. It's an old, kind of cool looking, powerful car. Nahal, what's your favorite Canucks jersey?
I like the old one, probably just the Vancouver with the orca and just the green and white stripes on the side. The one we had before the sticks and stuff.
No,
Don't we still have that?
No, yeah, it's our real one. They took the Vancouver, but they took the Vancouver name off, so it's just the orca.
I like that one.
You like that one? Okay,
Vancouver.
with the Vancouver. Okay, cool. A couple more. If there's who's your favorite Canuck? Hi, Kayla, nice shirt. Okay, a bunch of messages gone. Do you play your PlayStation with your brothers and your dad?
No, I play Minecraft, but not gel or anything like that.
Kayla, do you knit or crochet?
Sometimes, like knitting. I've never crocheted. I should try that.
Kayla, iPhone or Samsung?
iPhone.
Tony, you should get a big green monster truck.
Yes, I agree.
How do online schools work? We're not sure, Real Stray. We don't. It's gonna be different learning modules for sure. I know some places they use a place called Canvas. I know I do that for my masters. I know Sean does that for UBC, where it's an all-in-one where every lecture, video, exam is held. And then there's Google Classroom. There's going to be video conferencing. There's going to be a lot of different types of things. We shall see. Dexter, you're in grade 9. Real Stred, remind me how old you are as well. I don't want to insult anyone and say you're high school if you're not, but I have a feeling that I think you are as well. Huh?
He's grade 9?
Well, Dexter is.
What?
Yeah.
I thought he was like 20 or something.
Yeah, so Rios is in grade 10. Yeah, that makes sense. Rios is grade 10, Dexter grade 9. So Dexter's the one writing these raps for me, which is pretty good. Yeah, we don't need Jacob to beatbox. Yeah, that was pretty bad, that Alexa. I'm in grade 9, Rios Dread. I'm going to Sally like Gaudette if there's no school. I would like to see that, Rios. Ryan, Siri is way too bossy and doesn't always send me in the right places. Yeah, Siri got a bit of attitude.
Bossy.
Yeah, Dexter, my grandpa has a Mustang. He brings it out in the summer. That's cool. Keegan, what do you usually do during the quarantine? What have you been doing?
I do a lot of crafts. I've just been getting back into slime, which I've always had, but I'm making more and more. Something called perler beads. I don't know if you'll know it, but it's like these little plastic beads here. I have one right here. It's really small. And then you put it on these pegs and make a design, and you iron it, and then it becomes into like a little, I don't know what you call it, like an object, like a character on it. I don't know how to explain it.
Okay, so arts and craftsy type things.
Yeah.
Good. Kayla, Kayla, were you looking forward to the Summer Olympics?
Not really, honestly. I don't really watch the Olympics that much. I used to be a big gymnast, so I was probably gonna watch that, but
Yeah, gymnastics. That's good. That's a huge part of the Summer Olympics. Good. Nahal, I thought it'd be awesome without school, but now I realized that I would lose my mind because I'd be so bored without school. I think a lot of people are going to feel that way, Nahal. I think that's right. Rios, 15 grade 10. Yep. Dexter, 15 grade 9. Yep. Christopher, my book is about one CIA agent and one CSIS agent, which is a Canadian version of the CIA. They have to save the world by finding one person in every country that is protected. Oh, that's pretty cool. When's that going to be done? That's awesome. Dexter, I'm going to start my rap now. Okay, Dexter. I'll get ready for it in about 2 minutes. Fernanda, Kayla, the slime queen.
yeah.
Rios Dread, Yo Clay, you want to play? Hey, Rios, that's a great rap. I don't give Kachuk. Clay, what's up, bud? Hey, thank you for joining. So everyone, if you're looking for another good, I just presume that my channel is good. If you want to look for another good YouTube channel, check out I Don't Give Kachuk. Did some really, really good videos. I think you're in Calgary, right? Refresh my memory. But Rio said he's got good videos. So make sure that you check him out and support him. Thanks for being on here. I Don't Give a Kachuk. Jamie, Kayla, have you ever made jewelry?
Yeah, I made a bracelet with all my best friends. It's kind of dumb. I made a bracelet with all my best friends' initials on it. It's upstairs right
Well, that's
now.
nice. Rios, I only watch Olympics if hockey's in it. So yes, you probably won't be watching the Summer Olympics then. Because for someone from high school, went to Olympics for gymnastics and won a silver medal at the Worlds this year. That's awesome.
You know the name?
Yeah, what's the name? I Don't Give a Chuck. You have good videos. I agree. Brock Besser, last time I saw my friends was on the last day of school. Yeah, that's sad, but true. I just started. I'm only written like 5 pages. Okay, well, good luck to you then. Might be a while before that gets published, but no problem. What's your favorite school subject?
Sometimes math. I really like textbook work. I don't know why, but like when it's just a question and I get to write down all the equations, I really
Good.
like that.
And your favorite food?
Sushi and pho.
Yeah, sushi's my favorite too. I Don't Give a Chuck. Oh, I'm from Delaware, in the middle of nowhere in the US. Sorry, man. I thought you were in Calgary for some reason, but wherever you are, you're doing good stuff. Guzzler, are you guys good at math? That was my best subject. My mental math's pretty good. Sean, he doesn't like math, but he's good at it. Jacob likes math, good at it. And Kayla?
I like it, but I'm not good at it.
That's fair. Favorite memory with your dad?
So many.
Aw, pick one.
I don't know a favorite.
Pick any memory then. That's not bad. Come on.
Get back to me.
No, we don't. This is the end.
I don't know. There's a lot. I get like
Think of a
probably
trip.
Disneyland.
Yeah, Disneyland, exactly.
Oh, the first time on one of my favorite roller coasters, Rock and Roller Coaster in Walt Disney World.
Yep.
and then I was so scared. I had him as my partner, so in like the entire ride, I was like this.
Yeah, see, I'm a good dad. I have a lot of
Yeah, probably my nails like dug into your
body
head.
that can cushion you. What's your favorite trait about your ridiculously good-looking dad? Thank you, Mark.
Ridiculously
What do you like most
good-looking.
about your good-looking dad, aside from the fact he's good-looking?
What do I like about you besides your good
Yeah,
looks?
you shouldn't take this long. Like, think of something.
Very helpful, smart, kind.
Thank you.
Really obnoxious and funny.
Rios, I don't give a Chuck. You should do a collab with Clay. Okay, I don't give. Let's make that happen. That sounds good. It's all good. You a fan of that possible 2014 playoff format? I was talking earlier. I like it, but I don't think we're gonna have enough time for it. I think if anything, it'll be a 20 down to 16 play-in. Jamie, now I want sushi. That makes 2 of us, 3 of us. Kayla, give us a joke.
I'm not good at jokes. I'm not funny.
No good jokes?
Normally, it's always the mean ones. Like, someone's like, tell me a joke. And I'm like, my brother's life or something like that.
Okay, that's not...
That's horrible.
Okay, fine. And since you said that, if you had to pick Jake or Sean, which one?
Whose life is
Yeah,
worse?
whose life is worse?
I don't know.
Come on, they want to
I'm
know.
not gonna say.
Hurry up, they want to know. Actually, don't answer that. Okay.
Both.
Nahal, Clay, you seem like a fun guy. Thank you. So do you. I appreciate that. You should tell my 2 sons that. Dexter wrote a rap, so I'm going to get to that in a second. Clay's ego boosting. Yes, Rios, my ego is always pretty good. I don't think I need that much boosting, but I do like it when you guys... I appreciate it. If it's genuine, and I think it is, mostly, except for the good-looking parts. I do appreciate all you guys. And then the gymnast from my high school is Shalin Olsen. So go look that up upstairs, Shalin Olsen.
Yeah, I'll look that up later.
All right, I'm going to do this rap. You want me to just do it to Alexa then?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm not gonna.
You can go.
Remember, that's A, not I.
Yeah. Oh, everyone was making fun of me because last time Dexter typed out A-Y-E and I said I instead of A. Or A.
So funny,
And then I even
it's
Instagrammed about it and all my friends were laughing at me. So I'm going to make it work. Okay. Thanks.
Thanks.
Okay.
Bye.
See you soon.
Good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
Wait till I get upstairs. I want to listen to
Okay,
it.
hurry up. All right, guys. I see a couple things. I'm going to put a beat on Alexa in a second. Thanks for joining me. A smaller group today, but I'm totally cool with that. I just love this chance to hang out with you guys. And I know it's not exactly the best. It's a little bit one way, right? Because I don't see, it's not like Zoom where I can see all your faces and we're all talking at the same time. But I think that would be an unmitigated disaster. So thank you. Thank you for the thoughtful questions, both hockey related and not. Thank you for the advice on the PS4. It works. I'm happy. And I appreciate you taking the time to watch this as always. And like I said, twice a week. Hopefully we'll have more stuff to talk about, but twice a week, Sunday and Wednesday, unless things change. And I invite you to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. I invite you to like this video. I appreciate that very much. And yeah, this will, it renders and then it will be uploaded in a little bit if you ever want to check out any of this stuff. So thanks again. Take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. Be smart. Reach out to people if you need to kill some boredom so you don't go crazy. And I will read the rest of your comments a bit later, but thank you for coming on here. I really appreciate it. Everyone from I Don't Give a Kachuk I Don't Give Kachuk, that's how you say it, I Don't Give Kachuk, and who has a great channel, check him out. And then a bunch of other people that, that will, oh, that's funny, Kayla's on there, so I can do this now. Okay, so I'm gonna do this rap. I just gotta find it now. Okay, Dexter says 2 parts. Okay, I see them. Okay, so it's pretty embarrassing. So I'm gonna wrap this and then I'm going to hang up basically so I don't have to talk to any of you when I'm done. All right, here we go. Alexa, give me a beat.
Kick it. Dick.
What the heck is this?
Dick. Dick.
Yeah, Corona got us on quarantine. Nothing to do but watch Clay's streams. You already know that he's living the dream. Clay's streams are very supreme. Alexa's got us with... Alexa, keep going. Alexa, give me a beat. Alexa.
Kick it.
This is so bad.
Dick.
Alexa's got us with the beat. It's so slow. Let me listen and take a seat.
Sorry, I'm not sure. Dick. Dick.
You already know that Clay's raps are heat. He's so good. I think he cheats. Hey, all right, that was horrible. We're gonna have to get a faster beat. Alexa, can you do anything faster than that?
I don't know that one.
Okay, I'm gonna have a talk with Alexa. Thanks for watching. God bless. Go Canucks go.